Hello Leo, so I'm going to be doing your video for February, and I really want to have a heart-to-heart with you, Leo, from the heart. This is a very important month for you, February, and it's about really taking care of yourself. Really, a lot has been going on for Leo in the family sector and in their close friendships. Leo was all about family, their closeness, and they've been having a lot of stuff happening within the people that they're close to, that they've been actually carrying for some time. So during this month of February, it's a lot about healing. So we're going to be having a Mercury retrograde from the 17th to the 10th of March. So the 17th of February from the 10th of March. And during Mercury retrograde, it's a lot about miscommunications, mishaps, lack of timing, timing of appointments, not meeting them, delays, people misinterpreting what we do and say, miscommunication. Technology goes off, so we delayed more during the Mercury retrograde. So expect that and not to stress about that, Leo. Don't let that get too heavy on you. So on the 8th of Feb, we have Venus moving into your 9th house. And that's a lot to do with, how can I say, travel. Venus is about the heart, and 9th house energy is about travel, learning, exploration. So look, around that 8th of Feb, with Venus moving there's a lot of you wanting to try something new, learn something new, do something new, travel or do something out of the ordinary of what you normally do. So that would be happening around the 8th of Feb or before then, because that energy is really calling on you to, not do the old stuff, but do something different to inspire yourself. That's what it is, 9th house energy, about inspiration. And a lot of times it comes from trying and doing something new. And Venus wants us to feel it in our heart. So even meeting new people, it's a good time to do that. Even in the love sector of your life, making new connections, even or in a normal relationship where you're still with someone, to actually feel and go to a different place just to reignite the feeling. Then on the 9th of February or 8th of February, depending where you are in the world, we have the Leo full moon, and this is in your first house, Leo. So when we have a full moon in the first house, it's about self-care and really looking at yourself. What have you been going through? What have you been feeling? Really taking care of yourself, acknowledging yourself. What is your self-worth? What brings you love and happiness, Leo? You might feel a bit under the weather during the Leo full moon because you're releasing, you're healing mentally, emotionally, physically. So during that time, what do you need, Leo? What do you really need in your heart field that would make you feel in a different way and feel inspired and feel like a light? Because you are ruled by the sun. You light us all up. So around this time, when it comes to the Leo full moon in your first house, it's all about looking at yourself, being honest with yourself, being honest about, what's been going on that you haven't been really acknowledging, and allowing the time to actually feel the feelings and give yourself a moment to come back to yourself, basically. All this time you've been going through all these things, and now you have a moment alone with yourself during the Leo full moon, and to look and see what you haven't been seeing and what you need to let go of, and like taking care of yourself, your self-worth, who you are, what you want going forward in the year. It's all about you, Leo, during this full moon, and you are the heart of us all. So you would be feeling a bit down. Definitely, there's a lot of releasing and healing, a lot of emotional healing, and you need to give yourself a moment to allow for that to happen. Allow for healing to happen. What have you been doing and during this time before your full moon that you haven't really felt good about? Now you can't acknowledge, now you can't deny it. You have to acknowledge it. So all of that comes to you during this full moon. And then on the Mercury Retrograde, 17th of February to 10th of March, the 7th and 8th house, and also Mars affecting your 6th house. So during that time, you're going to not feel a bit. The 6th house is about health, physical health, not physical body. And during that time, you're going to be wanting to exercise or get into a routine. Probably you might have given up on an exercise routine, and now during this time you really want to come back to a routine that you had let go of with your health, mentally, emotionally, physically. That's what you're doing during that time, is really focusing on your health during the Mercury retrograde. And then also in the 8th house, it's about finances, also maybe even some money coming through for you, and which I feel is a good thing, something that you've worked on previously coming to completion. And then you have the 7th house also with the Mercury retrograde, and it's about your relationships. So with the 7th house energy is what went wrong? What didn't you listen to? Were you really listening? Were you being heard? All of that comes through during the 7th house energy with the Mercury retrograde. And even people from the past can come back in the Mercury retrograde, old lovers with the 7th house energy, old friendships as well. Anyone that was in your heart, you now have to relook at that relationship. Were you being heard? Were you being taken seriously? A lot of deep emotional healing that's transpiring there, and asking you to relook at how you handle your relationships. Are you also listening? Are you listening? Are they listening? Is it going anywhere? How can we work this? How can we rework our communication within our relationships, Leo? How can we better communicate from the heart? Be accountable, take responsibility. Are they taking responsibility? Are you taking responsibility? And there's a lot of big questions that are coming through during this Mercury retrograde in response to your relationships. The 8th house energy offers that prosperity of projects that you've worked on previously coming through during that time. And also it gives you a chance to transform any old habits with the 8th house energy as well. Then towards the end of the month, around the 23rd, 24th, we have the Pisces new moon. And the Pisces new moon is in your 8th house. And now you're asked once again to let go during this new moon in Pisces. You're asked to let go of old emotional habits, old patterns, anything that you've been hiding or not being honest about or haven't been upfront about. Has anyone also not been honest or upfront with you? So you're now looking to transform that energy through clarity and having a new beginning, in a sense, like, now that I know, what do I do? How do I move forward? You're going to be really healing emotionally, mentally, and physically. You're going to be seeing things that you normally wouldn't see during this time, especially with that 8th house energy. All things hidden come to light. Transformation. It's also about power. How best do I use my power? Are others disempowering me? How can I feel more empowered physically, mentally, and emotionally? So there's a lot of energy coming through, asking you to heal yourself during this time. Really go deep within and get deep healing, deep understanding of yourself. Thank you for watching, Leo. So like, subscribe, share. If you want any readings, you can contact me via email. Thank you.